Yo, it's Pranav, and today I want to talk about how ideas are completely useless without action. What do I mean by this? Simply that you can read a lot of educational content, you can learn as much as you need to know about a topic, probably more than is necessary, but you could be an encyclopedia up here and it does not matter unless you're actually taking progress towards the goals and actions you want to achieve in your life. Your actions reflect who you truly are. If you've read 10 books on money, all of them tell you how to make money, but you haven't taken a step forwards, you're just a guy who doesn't practice what he preaches. Your advice is not valid, you haven't gotten any experience, and you're still locked away in your comfort zone thinking that if you read more and more and more, you're not going to have to face with this fearful emotion within you that you don't have experience, that you don't know what you're doing, and that you ultimately have to confront this sort of fear in order to make progress. Because learning about ideas a lot of the time turns into intellectualizing and escapism. You may have a really good grasp on it lyrically, you may be able to talk about it and debate all corners of this specific idea, but it doesn't matter unless you're taking actual steps to make progress. Learning has its place, but ideas cannot get in the way of actually making progress. The thing is, most people are just uncomfortable of coming to face with their fear of taking action. But action cures said fear through experience, through learning what the experience actually has to offer. It demystifies the entire process, and it is the tool for growth because you are constantly at your edge. You are tussling with the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen, but when you keep repeating the steps of taking action over time, you do gain a sense of confidence through competence because you know what you are doing. The thing is, it's still going to be painful no matter when you start. It will always have that sort of fear if you are a newbie. For YouTube, my first few videos, I was very, very nervous. I still am a little bit nervous, but compared now to even a few videos back, there's been a huge change. I haven't read any books. I haven't learned anything practical yet of how to get more views or the algorithm or any of this fancy mystical stuff. Like right now, the biggest thing I've been learning from is just showing up, putting these videos out, and gradually improving it a little bit at a time. That's how I've been improving through actual experience. Now I'm not that afraid to just put on the camera and record myself, right? It's the same thing with going to the gym or learning to get more comfortable in a habit. Like it's going to be difficult at the beginning. It's always going to be difficult. There are easier ways to start making progress, sure, but it's always going to be difficult in the beginning because you're not used to it. You're uncomfortable with it, and uncomfortable, unknown things do cause fear. Why are kids afraid of the dark? Because they don't know what's in there. Same thing with confronting your fears and taking action. You are afraid because you don't know what it holds, or you don't know what you're capable of, or there's a fear of failure, or a fear of even succeeding too. It's like, okay, I could definitely succeed if I put my mind to it, but the only reason I don't have a million subscribers is because I'm not really trying. Or that's a mask for actually avoiding the fact that you think, oh, if I put in my absolute best effort and I didn't even get 500 subscribers, that would make me feel so bad about myself, and I'd just be a little hurt. Like my feelings would get hurt, and I would want to stop. That's just an excuse that stops you from making progress. Action brings you to your edge, and when you're at your edge, growth is optimized because of the fact that you don't know what's next. You have to use all the tools in your arsenal, if I have to say anything, right? Like you have to use everything that you know in order to find a better way to iterate and improve upon the place where you currently are at. That's where action gradually makes you more comfortable in life because life is not smooth. There's no business plan or 10-step workout routine or 10 things that you must do to change your life today. Like you got to take action. You know what you need to do. Most people know what they need to do. If they're addicted to video games, yeah, they need to quit. If they're addicted to porn, yeah, they need to quit. You need to get fit, okay, go to the gym. You want to start becoming more well-read or more interesting, okay, read a book. But it's not what you need to do. It's more about how you're going to do it. Take action. Learn how to make progress. You could read a book, and maybe that is your action step. Hey, I don't read at all. I need to learn more. I'm a little bit ignorant. I'm a little stupid right now. But if I read a book, I could gain some knowledge to get me further ahead. Okay, that's important. But if you read the book and then you're like, okay, well, now I don't really care anymore, or I'm not going to take action. I'm going to read another book because I don't know enough. It's like, just take action. Take action, and the steps naturally start falling into place. You go to the gym and you don't know what you're doing. But the fact that you're at the gym, you're surrounded by other people who do know what they're doing in that setting. Ask someone, hey, how do I do a bicep curl? But like the thing where you're on a chair. They're like, oh, you're talking about a preacher curl? Okay, come with me. I'll show you how to do it. It's like, oh, okay. You just learned something new. Now you have that knowledge, and you can use that to get better. Do you see the actual actionable step that you took to grow in that scenario? Because so many people have compendiums of knowledge within their brain, and they can absolutely just whip it out and talk about it as soon as you engage them in a conversation. It's like, oh yeah, I know how to lose weight. This is what you do. You got to eat healthy. Or people who give you advice when they don't even practice what they preach. Do you want to be that sort of person? Because your actions reflect the type of person that you are. If you say, I value my health, but you are fat and you don't go to the gym, you don't value your health. At least not as much as someone who goes to the gym, takes care of themselves, it has a good body. Like, there are differences. You could both have the same value, but be in drastically different places because of it. And taking action is the first step to actually changing your life circumstance and getting to a place where you want to go. It's the choice to think, I'm going to change my values. I'm afraid of talking to that girl, but I'm just going to go up and do it. I know I'm going to suck at it. I know I'm not going to be great at it. But if I go up and just try it, I'm going to make some sort of progress. And some sort of progress goes and builds up over time because it's a compound effect. Progress starts slow, but not before you know it, it takes a while. Progress takes like over a year at least, or up to a year, a couple months, but more than a month for sure. But progress starts going exponential. And soon enough, when you start taking action, you're going to be in a different place than you ever thought you could achieve. But at the end of the day, the only person holding you back is you. If you want to make progress, the only thing it takes is you asking yourself, okay, what's the first and smallest step I can take to making progress? If it's talking to more people, I can put myself in a social situation and go up to one person I find interesting and just talk to them. I had a track meet last Saturday. For me, I had a little bit of a bad week because I had summer school. Screen time was kind of messing up my mental health. But I went out, I talked to people, and after the first person, the conversation was a little awkward. I talked to multiple more people during the day. It gradually got easier and easier, and I felt more and more confident. Why? Because confidence comes with competence. I took action, and my fear just eased away. It could be like that for you too, depending on what your fear is. The only thing it demands from you is that you be true to yourself. You tell yourself, I'm afraid of this, and take action anyways. You are stopping you. If you want to change, it's in your power. You gotta take 100% responsibility for that fact. And if you do, and you do take action, you could find yourself in a much better place than you are now. You are capable of big things. Don't underestimate yourself. Never. And if one man can do it, so can you. Peace.